might be playing Bell. Maybe. Personally, I didn't consider it that much up until a few days ago, but it's something I'm going to test. At first, it looked really bad. Even now, it doesn't seem very great, but I'm still going to test it before I completely write it off, since some people have been swearing by it that I've been talking to. Sometimes that happens. People swear on cards, and it's like, alright, I'll test it. You know, because in theory, I don't think it's very good. But okay, yeah, Gold Sark, Dormouse, White Rabbit, no interruptions here, just letting this go. You know, this could just be a very classic go first malice, you know, win game. Carmino is also playing 45 cards. So we can assume that it's probably not a Malice mirror match. Most Malice players are playing 40, 41. Seen a couple Malice players go to 42. They said timer. The timer will start at 11:05. So in about like 30 seconds, the timer will start. People aren't maining Allure are crazy. Yeah, I think Allure Darkness is really strong. I actually don't know how many copies of Allure you're supposed to main deck though. I don't know if it's supposed to be 3. Because you need non-engine to be able to win games. And I think if you play Allure, you have, I think it's 14. Wait, yeah. If you no. If you play Allure, it's 16. It's either 16 or 17 non-engine. And if you don't play Allure, then you get to play more. So you kind of, you know, have to decide how much non-engine you want to play in your deck. I do think there's like a certain point where, like, you know, you don't need more non-engine, you actually need engine. The Malice deck is considered like the best deck because of how easy it can play through hand traps, but if you start cutting all the cards in your deck that aren't hand traps, all of a sudden hand traps are going to start impacting you more often. But okay, yeah, we're going to get Red Ransom, Banish March Hare, add back March Hare. It's looking really good for them. They're just getting the combo very free here. Yeah, they're going to make Cyber's Wicked. Field Spell, go ahead, Banish. Sure. This is Chessy Cat. Yeah, I was going to say that's just Chessy Cat. I was trying to see if it was like a Malice in the Mirror angle. But it was definitely not a Malice in the Mirror angle there. Thought there was a PPG tournament this weekend. There's a PPG tournament this weekend. But they lied. The PPG tournament was supposed to be a 25K. That's what they advertised it as in 2022. And it was also supposed to be hosted by the end of 2023. And now it's like years later, and they're hosting it as like a 15K. It's like a 10K or 15K. And it's years late. So I didn't even go. I had a 2-round buy and free entry because I won the 1 PPG. But like, if the pricing was what it was supposed to be, I would have went. Just because PPGs are free. And I would have had a 2-round buy. Like, 2-round buy sounds crazy. So any Dragon Ruler gaming? I can confirm there is no Dragon Ruler in this tournament. Dragon Ruler just isn't the most, you know, competitive deck. Out of all the deck options. I think the deck does have some cool things to it, though. The rank 7... That rank 7 is crazy. The rank 7 is crazy. The one that says, like, dump title on your turn, the dump Christia, and then on their turn, dump Redox and special the Christia back. Like, that's actually just FTK. But okay, yeah, we're gonna go ahead, back up, search Wizard, that's fine. So, okay, normal summon out Fua, sure, make Cryptor. Yeah, you wanna try to make Cryptor and then use Wizard effects. That way, if they nib you, then you still have, like, Wizard and the Cryptor, if they... Because I meant, like, if you don't make Cryptor and you Wizard first, then you don't have Cryptor. Wait, am I even saying my words right? Either way, you want to Cryptor and then use Wizard. There you go. Holy, I don't think I was saying any of my words right there. But you want to get this card in rotation. That's it. You want to get that card in rotation. For sure. Gem Knight in June said, will you go over the deck list this week? Yes, I will. I'll be going over a lot. Even when this tournament's over, I'll still be going over some of the replays. Be going over, you know, I'll be going over some of it. Okay, so drops nib now before we can make the code talker. But yeah, just one nib, like the one hand trap. You know, it's not very strong here. It's like fine. Like the opponent's going to end on Cryptor, White Rabbit with Trap Set. Like you can't really stop them from doing that. But they're gonna chain Firewall here to bounce the March Hare back to hand, and then the field will get tributed. Summon Nib, pass over the token. Okay. Yeah, the Ojama blue token. Okay. That's fine. And then, am I lagging? Okay, no, that scared me. I'm not gonna lie, that scared me for a second. I thought I was lagging. Because last time I streamed, the stream actually went down due to internet connection. But it was fine. I was like gonna end stream soon anyways, so it kind of worked out. Hey, shout out to Les Joker 96 said almost 2 years of continuous support. Yeah, 20 months. 20 months is crazy. Thank you. I appreciate it. Actually, 20 months is like a little while too, because I feel like a lot of people, well, not, I don't want to say a lot of people, but some people have been subbed for like 15 months since like that January that I was grinding like every day. But 20 months, that's crazy, because I wasn't streaming that much like 20 months ago. But okay, now we're going to the main phase, and we get to finally see what Carmino is on. I mean, Julien actually comboed like really quick there, to be honest. Like only taking like 5 minutes to do all that. Like, I mean, that's faster than most people. Engraver for Tracked. Yeah, so we're playing Fiendsmith cards, playing 45 cards. I guess it technically could still be Malice, like the Fiendsmith Malice deck. Probably not. Most people have realized that like pure Malice is pretty good now, because instead of having to draw like Tracked Engraver to beat Lancia, you can just draw backup, or like I Meet You or Silent Mining. So you can like draw certain engine cards that beat Lancia now. You don't have to draw Engraver. DBG Sean Killian didn't show up. Also, Furlier versus YuGiOh isn't running. Alright, looks like I will have to go ahead and deal with that real quick. Alright, so they did not show up. Alright, well that's a game loss if he hasn't shown up yet. But it will become a match loss. Is this the ALIN 2v2 still? No, this is a tournament that I'm hosting. This is a prize card tourney. Oh, drops Drool on res. Thought about not dropping it because they now can't use MTP to banish. But it's probably worth using that because it's not like just impacting the Tracked. It's like impacting the whole turn. So like now future searches aren't happening either. Okay, but normal summon out Lurie. They do have a banish though. Ban Sean. I am like, dude, if you don't show up for the tournament, I'm gonna block you on everything. I'm just being honest. That's just how it is. Cause like, it just sounds crazy to not show up, right? Like, there's a prize card for free. A prize card for free sounds crazy. No entry cost. Who's doing that? Who's offering that? Nobody. Nobody. You can't find a single place that's doing that. They're gonna go ahead, Requiem into Lacrima. And then they have Lacrima, Effecto Dump. Said YuGiOh is playing Master Duel 3v3, I think. That guy literally messaged me. Nah, that's not real. That's not real. That's not real. He literally messaged me and said I'm still down to play. And then I think he even resubmitted his deck list. And there's no way he didn't show up. That's why you were the GOAT? Yeah, nah, I tweak on these people that don't show up. I tweak on them. And then they walk up to me at events and they're like, oh, yo, you should unblock me, bro. I just didn't show up that time. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. People are thinking I'm gonna turn back on what I was gonna say just cause, you know, like they think I'm a different person on stream than I am in real life. I'm the same guy, alright? Gosh darn it. We need to have matches run and get content, otherwise it's hard to pay for these tournaments. Because, I mean, you gotta think, bro, there's $450 worth of prizing for this tournament with free entry. That's $450 minus, you heard? But, we're seeing an Engraver be summoned here, which is fine. We have Requiem engraved to equip, which can try to send the token. Technically, this threatens game, but obviously it's not going to go through. Some players would have wanted to play instead of them. It's fair if they sign up and take your time, they should have the integrity to show up. Yeah, or just like tell me that they're not showing up. You could all I feel like that could be done too. Is like tell me that you're not pulling up. Ryan, you not on Sky Striker, Troll Despair. I don't even know how to play DB and I want to get in touch. Okay, so now end of main. Oh, we're going end main. Really? We're not going to try to engraver send? I guess it makes sense to not engraver send the token. How much... Okay, they didn't write down how much stats are on it. I think it was just this. Like, defense-wise. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it has, like, no defense. Okay. Because if you try to send the token, then we don't have a way to, like, force cryptors. What they're thinking, maybe? I don't even know. I don't even know what deck they're on yet. I have no... Like, we have no idea. I was gonna say, because, like... Nah, it wouldn't work. I was gonna say, technically, like, Engraver, Sun, make Chaos Angel. Now we have Paradise Live. That's something. It's not very good, though. But in battle phase, GWC. So token 0 defense. It was only Link's no. Pretty sure it was, the other guy, too. The Wizard. But it's, like, basically 0 defense. But GWC goes summon in the battle phase. If they bring out White Binder, okay, gain 23. And then now, any trigger effects for Chain Link 1. And then if no Paradise, then we have White Binder to go banish, which can also banish Paradise. So maybe we should activate Paradise. You know, sometimes... I'm not saying it's going to come up here, but something that actually came up a decent amount for me last format that I didn't really see a whole lot of people do was, like, Paradise Dump Sequence. Like, if I've already Requiem equipped, you can, like, Paradise Dump Sequence and try to get, like, Engraver Sun that way. Like, that was something that would come up. Any chance, run a tournament with, like, 200 people, $10, or 200 people, $10 entry, first place 1K, if anyone could do it. Nah, it won't work. Tournaments that, like, people have to, like, pay for to enter, they're, like, way less likely to join. And I don't know, honestly, I feel like the gameplay isn't as good as it would be in this tournament. Because this tournament, we have over 100 tops altogether. Like, there's a lot of tops in this tournament. Okay, but it has been 10 minutes, so I have to go ahead and deal with the match losses real quick. Okay, bro, Sean Killian didn't show up. Alright, here we go. Last online 17 hours ago, and there we go. Okay, and then, okay, I hate it when it does that. It, like, stops making it pop up. Hold up, I gotta go back down. Okay, match 1. Okay, here, I don't even know who's not there for that one. Are neither of them online? If neither of them are online, bro, I swear to God, I'm never letting a South American in my tournament again. I swear to God, that is not a joke, by the way. I put that on everything. But okay, they're going to go ahead and summon out. And then they're going to go end of main. Wait, end of battle. I was about to say, we're already in battle. Okay, so now they have Engraver Send. Wait. Okay, we didn't beat over anything. So they have MTP set. Yeah. So Lil My Man has had enough. Said, yo, gringo, chill. Whoa. I'm half Mexican. I gotta throw that one out there. Half Mexican, okay? But nah, I don't give a fuck, bro. These people are not showing up, disrespecting me. The disrespect is crazy. Okay, go ahead, bring out Necro Quip. Sure. Like, that's still just Chaos Angel. I was gonna say, like, Engraver, Lacrimo, that's just Chaos Angel, Lacrimo. Necroquip, that's still just Chaos Angel. Like, this being light and dark doesn't really matter. Okay, they're gonna go ahead and Imperm. Oh, I guess, wait. They drooled him this turn, that's right. That wouldn't be an MTP set, because they can't go for MTP banish this turn. Speak Spanish? No. No. Okay, now... From here, I don't even know what deck they're playing. It's so hard to commentate when it's just Fiendsmith cards, because it's like, you haven't seen anything yet, right? Like, any deck could be playing Fiendsmith. This could be Malice, this could be Ryzeal, this could be Mitsurugi, this could be literally anything. So they're gonna go ahead, Cryptor, Banish Tract, and then pass. Okay, so this game's just over, almost for sure. Bro just said no. Yeah, no, I don't know how to speak Spanish. I don't know Spanish. I barely know English, bro. There ain't no way I'm learning Spanish. Token stats, question mark. It was Whitebinder, Firewall, and Wizard. I'm fairly certain. So, 43... Oh, I guess apparently not. Or maybe I did my math wrong. Hey, shout out to Naho XD for the sub with the Prime. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate you. Also, shout out to everybody who's been following me too. Thank you. I appreciate everybody. Since 68, but you know just as well as I do. Lol. Said it's your token. Go ahead. Oh. Oh. Are we gonna see Ryan get toxic? Hold up. I would love to see a Julien Con versus Ryan Yu toxic match. I can't lie. I'd like to see it. Said Reich YuGiOh, please. I think I said something like said bro didn't change the nib to defense. Okay, so now I mean it didn't even matter. The game was over. They were just gonna banish Chaos Angel and win. Said Ryan Yu's like 80% of people's favorite player. He can get as toxic as he wants. I mean anybody can get as toxic as they want. Like nobody's gonna like go and stop them from doing it. Like, you could have 0 tops, and you could just sit here and just talk shit on DB all day. No one's gonna stop you from doing it. But, like, yeah, I don't know. It's like, whatever. It's whatever. The toxicness is just gonna be, like, entertainment at this point. Ain't no way he asked cards in deck. Well, to be fair, they play 45 cards. I think asking cards in deck is fair. It's fair. If the next YCS is like 27 malice and top 32, what are the chances we get an emergency list? It will not be like that. I can guarantee it. I don't think people realize like malice is really strong, but it still has problems. Like it has specifically top cut problems. Like even if it gets 27 in top cut, we might not even see malice win the tournament because malice has top cut problems. Okay, subtracting the Lurie summon itself out. That's why, like, last format, like, Malice was the obvious choice if you wanted to top the YCS. But if you wanted to win the YCS, it was obviously not Malice. Like, that deck was crazy last format. Like, that deck beat Fiendsmith Ryziel, like, insanely consistent. So they're just gonna go Requiem, Lacrima, dumping Graver, okay. Maybe we can actually see what engine they're playing instead of just seeing these Fiendsmith cards. But I mean, Fiendsmith cards are pretty good. Especially going first. Like, going second last game, they didn't really do anything. Okay, Bonfire. So they're playing Fiendsmith Ryziel. So Bonfire, go ahead and grab out Ice Ryziel from the deck to the hand. Is Ryan Yu a 2x Worlds winner? Yeah. Yeah, then they're gonna go Ice. Ice effect goes special. Okay, and this is resolving, so bring out X. X goes search. Yeah, this is pretty good. I wonder if Julien Con has hand traps or not. Could have Dominus Impulse, decided to not use it because they could just overlay for Duo. So like that would make Impulse look silly. There's a lot of hand traps they could have, but when you open like Tract plus Ice, it's pretty good. Plays through a lot of hand traps. Now they're gonna go Requiem effect to equip to Lacrima. And then bring out a Necro Quip. Okay. And then Engraver, shuffle back the special. That's good. Yeah, we didn't start with Engraver Ice. We started with Tract Ice. Because Engraver Ice is crazy. Getting the extra Light Fiend. So that way we can make a Desiree here. Into a DDD play. So perhaps Mitsu, Ryziel, Fiendsmith? Maybe. Might be. So we go ahead and make DDD, and now we're gonna go. Yep. They are playing Mitsurugi. They're gonna go ahead and activate the Habakari, and then go ahead Saji, and then Saji effect goes search. Grab out Ritual spell. So now our end board's just looking insane. Now our end board's just looking crazy. So he's not afraid of bricking. In this deck? That sounds crazy to brick in this deck. In the Fiendsmith, Ryziel, Mitsurugi, you play like 20 starters in 45. It's good. But okay, go ahead Mitsurugi spell to summon from deck. They're gonna go ahead and Dominus Impulse it. Yeah. The only other place they could have really impulsed was like Engraver effect to summon back out to try to stop him from making DDD. Now they're gonna go Special Sword and then Sword Go Search. So no Wonder Droll killed him game 1. This deck has like 20 starters. So what do you think the best deck is for Top Cut if Malice is the best for Swiss? I mean, it's just YuGiOh, right? Like a version of YuGiOh or a version of Mitsurugi. I don't know. I mean, there's a few good decks, but I know Malice isn't the best top cut one. I feel like everyone knows that, right? Like, obviously, you have 12 really good cards against your deck, game 2 and game 3, that everyone's gonna be playing. Like, everyone's going to be playing the Malice hate cards. Okay, but Dugaris, draw, then discard. Discards the Habakiri, which makes sense, because this engine's probably dead after Ritual Spell got stopped. Then we're going to go Special X, because last time we summoned it off of Ice, dump Mirror Logic. And now that gives us a Detonator. Yeah. So they don't play Cross or Node, I would assume, right? Otherwise, they'd make Duo, and then Duo search, Cross, Node, and then set up Detonator with Cross face up and draw a card. So they don't play those cards, which does make sense. They want to cut bricks out of their deck. Otherwise, if they play all the bricks and all 3 other engines, they're going to be playing a bunch of bricks. Is Julius playing this tournament? Yep. Okay, normal backup effect. That's a really weak start, though, for Malice, especially trying to play in the DDD Detonator. Maybe just trying to bait Talon's Thrust, something like that, potentially. Yo, I just woke up. Is there time to play? Hold on. Actually, I'm pretty sure that was the match where neither player showed up, which is crazy, by the way. Yeah, hold on. Let me just block this guy. Let me just block this guy. Block. Alright, sick. And then... Okay, let me go back to viewing. Replay. Let me mark him as the winner. No show in a prize card tournament. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay, go back to this. That's like not showing up for top 32. Okay. Oh, I gotta go back down to this. Yeah, you got a round 1 win. Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Nah, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Okay. I was gonna say, dude, I wanted to tweak, bro. I wanted to tweak. I thought about tweaking. I thought about it. I had to hold myself back. Activate I Meet You. Go ahead, search. Yeah, go ahead, grab out. Yeah, you gotta wait, really? Yeah, bro. Nah, I can't do it. I can't crash out. I can't do it. I wanna. I can't say anything. There's no point. It's not worth it. It's not worth crashing out. Okay, activate backup, special summon out. And then... Okay, we're just letting all this go. I mean, we're like really playing around talents at this point, though. It's kind of making me think, like, can't make IP with those. Oh my god, bro. Dude, this guy needs to stop. Dude. DB Classic, nah, I swear. Bro, this is like, it's too obvious, bro. Ha, go ahead. Yeah, bro. That's not even how you do it. You have to commit to the action. You can't say, oh, sorry, I can't make IP with those. Because then you haven't made IP yet. You didn't even verbally state you were making IP. You just verbally stated that I can't make IP. So, like, technically you'd be forced to link. Like, you didn't even play around the judge. There's a way to play around the judge call. You didn't even play around the judge call. You just, like, openly... It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Like, just, I don't know. It's just funny, bro. Like, watching these DB rookies, bro. Like, Julien is a DB rookie, bro. He hasn't been at this shit like I have, bro. I was playing DN 10 years ago, bro. I know all the little tricks and tips to, you know, make it to where, you know, so much dumb stuff, bro. So much dumb stuff. You learn the system. You learn it. You become a part of it. Okay, they're gonna go ahead, make IP, and then link off into a non-malice link 3. So we're gonna make Splash Mage. Okay, Splash Mage does summon back out. They could negate it, but it won't destroy. So that's gonna go through, bring out March Hare. See, I'm just confused on how Julien's actually planning on pushing through these interruptions. And I'm interested on, oh, we're just never gonna use them. Okay, yeah, we could just play around talents and thrust forever if we just have strikes up. That hand was crazy though. They opened like Tract, Ice, Habakiri, Strike. They opened like 3 different starters and Strike. It was crazy. DBG Shark Tactics vid. It's not even like Shark Tactics. It's like anti-Shark Tactics. You should intervene like a real judge and make him commit. A real judge wouldn't do that. I just want to throw that one out there. A real judge doesn't... most judges never interfere with the game unless if it's like they're called for it. And the judges that do interfere with the game without being called for are usually like the worst judges ever, bro. They'll be like, oh, actually, your deck is in the wrong spot. Can you change that for me? And I'm like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, what? My deck's in the wrong spot? Like, bro, like, get off my dick. Activate Gold Sark go banish. No Lancia. Do we see a Meow here? I don't think we're seeing a Meow here. They are playing 45. Do we see Chaos Hunter on summon? Like, I'm trying to check for these cards. We're not having them. There's a lot of checkpoints we're getting past right now. Dormouse Effect Chain Veiler, that's like the least threatening hand trap. That is like the least threatening hand trap. Activate Field Spell. We're gonna need to see a lot of those Veilers to stop this turn. We're gonna need a lot of Veilers right now. Just wanted Julien to get a taste of his own medicine. Think he did the same thing last replay on YouTube. I have no idea. Veiler's so mid. Yeah, Veiler's extremely mid. It's just another... It's like another number. It's like, oh, I need to play at least this many hand traps. Okay, let me just throw these hand traps in. Even though it's like really mid. It's like a lot worse than all the other hand traps. Chessie Cat, banished to go draw. They ash it. Okay, just really weak hand traps. Ash, Veiler. These hand traps just aren't doing enough right now. Like, he's spending a card, and the opponent each time is just still getting a body. And then able to convert those bodies. And Splash Mage goes through now. Okay. Do we see a Link 3 end it resolve? Because if we do, that's just game. It's hard. Is Nib good against Malice? Not really. No. I think it's like fine in a Malice mirror. But even then, I don't even know if it's enough. Most decks aren't beating double banish plus like all the non-engine. So even if you drop Nib on them, it's still like typically not enough. What is good against Malice? Meow, Perulia, Fua, Lancia, Chaos Hunter. Like those cards. Those cards are pretty good. Okay, make White Binder. White Binder affect us up. That's fine. Like, people complained about Ryzeal. Remember when we had Veiler as a card that was good? Imperm, Ogre, every hand trap, and people were like, no, DB Grinder. Ryzeal is toxic, Malice is not. And now look at us. Crazy. You just nib a code talker, that's probably the best point. You sound stupid right now. You sound so stupid right now. There's no way you're dropping nib on a code talker. It doesn't even work! You can't even drop nib on a code talker. It literally doesn't even work. They literally just negate it. It doesn't even stop the code talker. It doesn't even work. People are just talking without testing. People are just talking. All theory, no gameplay. I could show you where I played 25 matches At least I played 25 matches against just Josh Kipp 2 days ago. Just Josh Kipp. That doesn't include anyone else I was testing against that day. Just Josh Kipp. 25 matches. Like, people are like, I don't know, dude. People talk, bro, but they don't play. You gotta play. You gotta get the gameplay in, bro. They didn't buy the spreadsheet. Shake my head. Yeah, bro. They didn't buy the spreadsheet, bro. They didn't buy the spreadsheet. That's been Yu-Gi-Oh forever. Everyone just thinks about Yu-Gi-Oh but don't play. Nah, there are definitely some people that play. I will say this game does have some real grinders in it, for sure. Like, I can tell someone's a real grinder when, like, if we're at dinner at a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, or we're just like chilling at a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament, and I'm like, hey, trying to play Yu-Gi-Oh? And they're like, yeah, run it. That's how you can tell they're a grinder, bro. If they're down to play Yu-Gi-Oh at that spot, like, they're down. They're down. If you play, you don't talk much, because why would you? I don't think that's necessarily true, right? No, that's like definitely not true. That's definitely not true. I'm not talking about like on the internet. Like there's times where like you'll be in like Discord, like with the homies, and they'll say something, and it's like, bro, that's just not right. Have you tried this? Maybe have you tried something different? I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Sometimes people just be yapping. Sometimes they be spitting. Sometimes they be spitting the goo. Who knows? People still playing TB11 is wild to me. A lot of people in this tournament haven't. I'm gonna just sit here and let people make mistakes. Lamau. Yeah, I mean, like, technically, if you're like trying to play as competitive as possible, technically it'd be correct to not like correct any mistakes from other people. That is true. That is true. Like, technically what I'm doing is hurting me as a competitor, because I'm making my other competitors better, or at least more knowledged. So, like, technically it would hurt my tournament experience, but I don't care that much. I want my opponents to play at their best. Their absolute best. So now, Target, Marchair, MTP, and Ash. Okay. You're also watching their lines? Yeah. But I mean, that wouldn't stop, right? Like, if I stopped uploading YouTube videos, it wouldn't stop me from watching their matches. Like, I was watching matches on DN. You know what I mean? Before replays were even a thing. I was watching them on DB before DB even had replays. Okay, Wizard summoned back out. Like, this game's just over, bro. This game's over. DBG 1, Bozo 0. I started yesterday with Mitsurugi cards. Said can't Wizard, I think. Oh, we can't, right. Oh, yeah, we don't have a monster special summon from the extra deck. Wait, these were both specialed from Banish, right? Hold on, I'm just gonna ask. One from Grave, but I see, my bad. Yeah. That's good. Can't Wizard, I think so. Yeah. You have to have one summoned from the extra deck, not just a Cyber's Link in general. That is a mistake that people do be making, so thank you. No problem. I was gonna type my no problem here, but I don't wanna intrude on the game too much. Even just doing that doesn't feel great, but we are on stream. It makes sense. 2 strikes give him a match loss. I like Bell post ALIN, to be honest. I literally graduated with Julien. Does he not have a job? No, Julien has a job. I mean, it definitely has a job. Okay, they're gonna go Wizard to special, and then just make IP. Okay. Yeah, Julien do be trolling, though. I don't know if this was the end board we were supposed to make, to be honest. This doesn't feel as good as it could be. But at the same time, it's probably fine. Oh, drawing Meow for turn is really good. So now they go head drop Meow, then go main phase. They don't even have GWC. They do have March Hare though, but March Hare is going to let them Meow draw. So now normal ice effect. I was going to say it could have like a Dominus Impulse. Dominus Impulse on ice is so good. It's so good. They're going to go ice into X, and then we get X effect to search. Try to grab out Sword. In defense, most people work the weekends unless you do construction or something government-based. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it depends. Depends, obviously. Drop Droll on Res, that's really good. It's really good. Dropping Droll on him again. But I'm pretty sure Julien just works weeks. Like, weekdays. I'm not 100% certain. I mean, I'm friends with Julien. Like, we chill in Discord a lot. They're gonna go ahead and activate March Hare, banish Whitebinder. Okay. That's a interesting banish. Oh, it's fine though, right? It's fine, because like their Meow won't even draw because we're under Droll. Yeah, that Droll got insane value. The Droll shut down Meow and shut down them searching like for the rest of the turn off engine. Like shutting down the Meow is huge. Like that definitely was like something nice. I guess it didn't matter like that much realistically. Because we could have just let them draw like 1 to set up Cryptor, but now we can let them draw 0 and set up Cryptor, plus have a bunch of other big bodies on board. And just setting up a bunch of bodies, I was going to say, now you have to out all these bodies, and you have to out the follow-up. Yeah, it's just not happening. Yeah, I mean, they made the deck look good game 2, but game 3, it was like, you just have to draw these good cards against Malice to have a chance. And it's a lot harder to draw these good cards too when you like are playing 45 cards. So it LN board bad. I think he's talking about himself, by the way. I don't think he's talking about his opponent here. Pretty sure he's just talking garbage on himself. Because his opponent's end board game 2 is solid. It was really good, to be honest. Okay, let's watch. 45 minutes, right? Yeah. Yes, okay. They are playing Malice versus Mitsurugi. This looks like pure Mitsurugi, though, because we can see that they're playing Futso, and they're playing this. But some people have been testing pure Mitsurugi. To be honest, like, I think pure Mitsurugi is, like, a little underwhelming. But I can see why people do think it's good. It plays around, like, every good card. Like, every good card, basically, it plays around. Like, all the Charmies, like, even Droll, it somewhat plays around. Like, you still get the search ritual spell, but you just don't get the search after that, which does suck. But if you can set up, I think if you set up, like, IP plus, like, Mitsurugi stuff, it can be really hard to kill. Yeah, they even went through IP this game. But I don't really like this build. If you play Fiendsmith cards in your Mitsurugi deck, then I think, like, IP on field with Lacrima and Grave with Mitsurugi setup does win you a very high majority of your games. Let's watch Amai sometime. He's the Malice GOAT. Didn't banish prayers, by the way. I don't know. We just showed up. I don't even know what's happening yet. I just know that they activated Habakuri. We had Code Talkered something. Are you saying they had Code Talkered this and didn't banish it? To be honest, it won't matter, though. Yeah, it won't even matter. Like, the only thing that adds us back is this, and this can add back from Banished or Grave. Not the Who Are You, Lamau? Wait, what? Who are you? Oh, to Mr. Potato. Oh, damn. I don't even know what it said. He's an engineer with me, but he's always on DB. I wondered how. That's crazy. Not the Who Are You? Alright, honestly, we're going to hop into a different game real quick, see how those games are going. So we'll see Josh Kidd versus Matrix. Matrix is playing the Live Twin Fiendsmith strategy, and looks like they are going to be doing very good against Josh Kidd. Josh Kidd's playing the Heraldic Beast Ryziel strategy. So both these players are playing, You know, not like the standard decks. Oh, that's the okay. There's only 2 matches left. I guess we'll watch this one because this one has more interesting decks in it, and they're in game 3. The other match will probably go to time. Your name is Mr. Potato Head. How am I supposed to actually know who you are? That's fair. That's fair. Okay, go ahead. Hey, yo, we got 250 watchers right now. Yo, shout out to everybody watching the stream. Everybody, you know, I was gonna say everybody's excited for post ALIN, but you know, probably everyone's not excited for post ALIN. But everybody here wants to at least learn the bare minimum. They want to see the new cards. They want to see some of the cool decks. They want to learn the interactions. You know, maybe top the YCS. Maybe top your nationals. I know I think Brazilian nationals next week. And honestly, after all the South Americans not showing up to my tournament today, I might have to boycott that nationals. I might have to boycott it. Honestly, I might have to go there myself. That's all I'm saying. I have an invite. Wait, I have an invite, right? Wait, do you get an invite? I don't know how nationals work in anywhere that's not America, to be honest. Come to Brazil, you don't need an invite. No, you have to be a citizen. I don't think you have to be a citizen to play nationals. To play a World Championship qualifier, you do. But Josh Kipp admits defeat there. So we see YuGiOh, Heraldic end up losing to the live twin deck. Yeah, I guess. I'm trying to see how the game went. It looked like they just Fiendsmith combo turn 1. And then they had Strike. They had Called By for number 18, which is huge. That's like one of the only cards that interacts with this card properly. And then we had Whale. Oh, they had probably had Desiree on field, or did Whale resolve? Whale may have resolved, and we just didn't. Yeah, Whale probably resolved. We probably just didn't have anything. The view replay button is free. Okay, all right, dude. I like looking at the. Okay, I get it. All right, Hash, I get it. All right, next time I'll press the replay button. My bad. Okay, calling judge. Hello. I'll just press the replay button next time, man. I like working it through. I like reverse engineering game states sometimes. Makes me feel good about myself. Said, sup, bro? He ashed my malice mirror. My monster is still banished. I'm gonna guess no. I'm gonna read it, though. This card's banished. Target 1 in the graveyard. Banish it, and if you do... Nah, it won't be. Ash will negate the whole effect. Ash will negate the whole effect, not just the B part of it. There's like an A and B to an effect. There's like, A you do this, B you do that. And it's not like Ash is just negating B, Ash will negate the whole effect. Said you're good, buddy, but you can only play 1 nationals per season. Yeah, but I think how it works is like the Brazilian nationals. Well, how do nationals work exactly? Because I'm pretty sure what we call nationals in the States is actually just not a nationals, and it's called a World Championship qualifier. But I do have an invite if that counts. I don't know. I topped the YCS in El Salvador, so like I have an invite to their nationals. So I could pull up. El Salvador trip number 2. Actually, I like El Salvador. That would definitely be a YCS I'd go back to. I like that place. Okay. This is... Oh, I got the... Ooh, Kusanagi got banished. Okay, that's tough. That means none of these are ever getting grabbed back. So that means they're just losing resources forever. But honestly, time is coming. There's only a couple minutes left. And we're in game 2, right? We're in game 2 with Mitsurugi up. Ooh. You don't get an invite for Nats. It's the World's Qualifier. Oh, I get an invite to the World's Qualifier? Surely El Salvador invite works for South America? I actually have no idea. I'm not going to go anyways, to be honest. Actually, in Latin, you can't just show up. Oh, okay. Last year, a Colombian tried to check if he could play Brazilian. That's because of points. Colombia awards 64, Brazilian 128. And they said they can't. Damn. I wonder if I could, though. If I could just pull up, be like, hey, look, bro. I don't have a nationals to play in. Let me play. Please. But okay, we're going. Ooh, okay. Oh, dude, this is gonna suck, bro. There's only like 2 minutes left, and we're going to game 3. Okay. Alright. So we'll see Mitsurugi go first. I would say they have a pretty. Honestly, it depends when time gets cold exactly. DB Grinder Clout. What? Clout? Clout? An American representing El Salvador at Worlds would be crazy. Nah, it doesn't work like that. But imagine. All I'm saying, bro, I could represent South America. I'm like a prime example of a South American. When you think of a South American, you think of me, bro. You think of me. A Brazilian represented UK for Worlds this year? Really? Who? Am I tripping? Oh, G-Nuts. Yeah. They're gonna go prayer, tribute, the Habakuri. Search out Murakumo. This is all draw phase, by the way. And then Habakuri effect goes search. So we have Murakumo, and now we can go ahead and search. Okay, so it doesn't start with Habakuri effect. It decides to start with prayer. That's interesting. Impulse? Impulse. Wait, there's no shot this is their only play. If this is their only play, I'm gonna freak out, bro. There's no way. They could have gone Habakuri, Saji, Ritual Spell, activate Ritual Spell, get hit with Impulse, then they have Prayer, Tribute, and the Ritual Spell would have been summoned from deck to summon out the Murakumo, and then, we open Saji. Okay, that makes sense. I was thinking that too. I'm not even capping, I was thinking that. Because sometimes, like, it really sucks to draw Saji plus Habakuri. I'm not gonna lie. Saji's, like, it's not a complete Garnet. Like, it does something, but drawing it feels horrendous because it has, like, the same application as Garnet, where, like, you don't want to draw the Garnet, not because it's just Garnet, but because it stops you from using your good card. So they're going to go Ritual Spell, summon from deck, tribute the Murakumo. Do they play 2 Murakumo? Honestly, if they don't play 2 Murakumo, that could hurt, though. This could still be really bad for them. Yeah, they bring out Futso. So the Murakumo has not been properly summoned yet. And without this card being properly summoned, the Mitsurugi end board is literally just a trap card. Okay, but they're going to search out Mirror. Okay. Yeah, they do play the Mirror in the deck. Yep. That's good. And now Mirror can summon back out Murakumo from grave. Yep. Time is up, I think. Oh yeah, I should say that. Time in round, by the way. Okay. When the DB grinder stream is better than the PPG 10K. Hey man, you know, when you're comparing the GOAT to not the GOAT, you know, all I'm saying is a LeBron James gonna look a lot better than an Austin Reeves. So what's the procedure? Okay, so it's the same as Konami's Top Cut. Let me explain in case you don't know. That sounded mean. I didn't mean that in a mean way, by the way. I wasn't saying because they haven't been the top cut or anything. Okay, I wasn't saying that. It's end of phase. I just throw that out there. I didn't mean that in a mean way. It's end of phase. Then if no, that's too many Ks. If no end of phase, and if no damage has been done, then you go to, you check end of phase, and if no damage has been done, then when you pass turn, we will start checking at the end of turn from then on until someone eventually has more life points than the other at the end of a turn. I could literally head judge Worlds, bro. Like, tell me what I said doesn't sound crazy. It's the end of the phase. It's end of phase. Then if no damage has been done, then when you pass, we will start checking at the end of turn from then on until Someone eventually has more life points than the other one at the end of a turn. Tell me that doesn't sound crazy. Tell me that doesn't sound crazy. That's too many Ks. I was just trolling. DVG Loki looks like Leigh Austin Reeves. Hey, whoa. Hey, Austin Reeves is a baller, bro. Austin Reeves is a baller. I remember when I had longer hair, bro, people would be like, bro, you got hair like Justin Bieber. It's like, bro, he doesn't have bad hair, bro. I don't think his hair's bad, bro. I don't think his hair's bad. Now, when I topped El Salvador and someone said, yo, this man low-key got the Trump cut, yeah, then I was like, bro, that one got me. It was a good one. Didn't have a haircut for a while. I was supposed to get a haircut like 2 months before that, and I kept being lazy. And then usually I have my hoodie up, so it doesn't even matter if I don't have a haircut. But in El Salvador, it was like an oven. It was literally like an oven, bro. Like, imagine having to wear a shirt, a sweatshirt, and then a jersey on top. And dude, you're in El Salvador, bro. I literally walked off the plane, and the second I got like out of the plane onto like the thing that you walk to into the airport, it literally felt like I was in a sauna. Like, it literally felt like I was like not in a sauna and then walked into a sauna, and I was like, holy fuck. Holy. And also, bro, everyone in El Salvador, when you get there, bro, they only speak Spanish. It's the crazy part is it's before you get to El Salvador, everyone speaks Spanish. I was in Miami, bro, and I was trying to board my flight, and they're only speaking Spanish. And it's like, bro, I wasn't expecting this until El Salvador. Now you're only speaking Spanish. I don't understand Spanish. And like, the shit was tough. I'm not gonna lie. It was tough. Especially because they were like, they asked me, they're like, when did you book your flight? And I'm like, 2 weeks ago. And she's like, no, not possible. And I'm like, yes, is possible. I was like, I can show you an email. And I'm really nice with like employees and stuff like that. So I wasn't saying it in like a mean way or anything. But I was like, yes, I can show you. And I showed them, and they're like, see, your return date is Monday. And I'm like, oh, return date? I was like, you said the day I bought it. I was like, yeah, return date's Monday. And I had to take pictures and stuff to enter the country. Not gonna lie. And also, I was getting a lot of weird looks. I was the only blonde person on the entire plane, because that's still when I had dyed hair. And I was like, dang, bro, I'm getting crazy looks. But I will say, that was also probably my favorite flight ever. It was one of my favorite flights ever. Because, like, the guy sitting next to me, bro, like 2 seats to the left of me, he was just sitting there, and he was just listening to, like, it was literally just, like, TikToks, but it was just different Mexican music over and over again. And I was like, you know what, bro, I can vibe to this. And then, I always fall asleep before the plane even takes off, so I'm not awake very long on a plane. I had to pay to enter El Salvador. Yeah, me too. No. I had to pay too. It was like a $12 thing. I showed up, and they're like, you have to pay $12. I'm like, I have to pay $12 for this? And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I didn't stop, you know what I mean? I didn't really bring cash with me like that. And this guy, and I pulled out $11. I pulled out a $5 bill and like 6 ones. And I'm like, bro, please. And he's like, sorry, it needs to be $12. And I'm like, all right, here's a $20 bill. Can I get change? And he's like, sorry, we don't have change. As he's sitting there with us, like, with cash in hand. And I'm like, all right, bro, just take it, bro. Just take it. Just take my $20, bro. Just rip me off for $8. Just let me in the country, man. Let me get past you, please. Just take the $8, bro. Like, gosh darn it. It honestly, like, the Uber was so cheap. I could have taken a taxi too. Yeah, they also just tried to SP banish. And yeah, we're about to say we're under Lancia. That was crazy. Also, someone asked if Futso is needed. They're playing pure Mitsurugi, so I do think Futso is needed in pure Mitsurugi. Well, technically it's not like needed, but I think it's a really good card. Like, sometimes it's just like, it's worth putting a card in your deck that just gives you like infinite follow-up. And it makes like your Murakumo better. But yeah, I could have gotten a taxi in El Salvador, because I think the taxi, it was like a 1 hour taxi. I think it would have been like $5, but if you get an Uber, it's like $10. And I was like, bro, I'm fine to just get an Uber, bro. Like, respectfully. Like, I trust El Salvador. Like, obviously, I went there. I trust them. I don't think I'm going to get, like, robbed or anything. But I think if I take a taxi, the odds of me getting robbed go way up over an Uber. I trust Uber way more than I trust a taxi driver. Pay 8, did not feel great. Yeah, literally I paid 8 and did not feel great. I thought about that. And I texted my buddy. He's like, yeah, bro, you just got robbed, bro. They just took you up top for your money. And I'm like, bro, it's $8. Like, if they told me it cost $20 to enter the country, I would have given them $20. I mean, I didn't like it. I don't like it when I show up and they're like, yeah, now you have to pay $12. It's like, what if I tell you no? What if I say I'm not paying that $12 and I leave and I go back into the airport and I get on a flight home? You're going to be sick. You could have offered me 50% off. You could have got $6 instead of $0. You're going to be sick. Or like the UK, bro. The UK has a new rule. I don't know if it's for everywhere, but if you're from the United States, you have to sign up for a thing before you go, and you have to spend like $13 on it. So just to go to the UK, you have to spend $13, and you have to like fill out all this paperwork that like, it almost didn't work for me. I almost didn't get to go to the UK. It was literally the day before, and I was calling them. I tried doing everything I could, and they just kept telling me that it wasn't working. And then I talked to, I think it was Urena. Urena helped me out. Okay, yeah, Tile ends up losing there. I mean, Lancia plus, trap plus board wipe. I mean, honestly, just like Lancia plus like anything on top of it is really hard for Malice to push through, especially when we're playing for time. We're not going first and trying to build a board. That's unfortunate. How did Ryan's match go? Ryan ended up losing to Julien Khan, so